What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of the Game Changers podcast. It's your boy Known G. I'm in here with Bishop Mac, Mayor Socrates, and Boss Man Jay. And tonight we're going to be talking about all of the craziness that's been going down in Mexico, with the CJNG leader being taken out by Mexican armed forces, and now they are basically going into Mexico. They're in Mexico saying, "Hey, look, if you get in our way, we taking you out." So you have tourists right now that are stuck in Mexico. They have the citizens of that area, because we're talking the western part of Mexico, the western coast of Mexico. That whole area is basically ran by the cartel. So,
and that's a tourist area, if I'm not mistaken. Puerto Vallarta.
Yeah.
And,
Cabo area, all those different states within Mexico, that whole area is very, based with the cartel. They run that area. It's been well known they run that area right there. Tijuana, all of that, right under LA, right under right under Southern California. And that whole area is historically been that. So with this leader being taken out, they have basically said, look, we're ready to do whatever to whoever to get our respect back, to let you guys know we're not playing around. They're pulling people out of cars. They have setting them on fire. They're setting gas stations on fire. And they want to let everyone know within Mexico and anybody that's helping out or on the outside, look, we're not messing around, and we're here to take whatever we want to show that we're not messing around.
And from what I understand, this CJNG group, these folks, they not the average type of drug organization. These people doing fraud. They doing a lot of they in the lime and lemon industry in Mexico. They are they steal timber. They in the gas and oil pipeline. They do a lot of different things to generate a lot of money, and they're one of the most ruthless cartels that on record. Because again, new generation, and of course, you got to be more ruthless than the last.
Mexico's most powerful drug kingpin was killed during a military operation. Mexican officials say criminal groups burned cars and trucks to block roads across the country. The State Department is warning Americans to shelter in place. ABC's Melissa Dunn is near the border tonight.
Explosions erupting across Puerto Vallarta tonight. Black smoke seen rising over the resort city on Mexico's Pacific coast. Mexico's military forces launching a daring operation to capture cartel leader Ruben N., known as El Mencho. Multiple cars on fire in the streets. Mexican officials say during their operation, military personnel were attacked. Several cartel members were killed, including El Mencho, the head of the new generation Jalisco cartel, who died while airlifted to a hospital in Mexico City. Mexican authorities say the United States provided complimentary information for their operation. A U.S. defense official telling ABC News NORTHCOM provided information for the raid. The violence forcing the Puerto Vallarta airport to suspend all flights. This stranding many U.S. citizens trying to get home.
Yeah, I mean, at first we were like, what's going on? And then, then you find...
Bruh. Like...
My thing is, they flying his body all the way. They flew dude's body all the way to Mexico City? What? That didn't make no sense to me when they said that one. Mexico City is...
Who flew his body there?
I don't know if they said that was I don't know if that was Mexican the Mexican army, the reserves of Mexico, their people flew him there, but they said they flew his body to Mexico City. I didn't catch it. Said it was, well, why y'all flying him all the way out there? Like, Mexico City ain't nowhere near the Puerto Vallarta area.
Yeah, that's a distance there. Yeah. But my thing is this: so y'all know he's the leader. Y'all know he's doing all this illegal shit. Why now? Why? What took y'all so long to do something about it?
Well, they've been trying to get them so called, but these people also. Did we hear the phone call? This the same guy who made the phone call to the local police chief and told him, look, I know where all y'all at. I know I got 30 people on you right now. I kill your dog. So this guy was really like controlling with an iron fist. And everybody knew it, so
what?
It's easier said than, I know it's with us looking at it from the outside, but they had reportedly America put 15 million on them. Mexico put an extra 20 million on top of them, so it was 35 million on this guy's head. And with that kind of money, his guys could have turned on him, which they didn't. But apparently, America gave information to the Mexicans as if we got to give you information on where you're.
he's there, like, so that shit makes no sense. But like, what do he? I want to know his backstory. Like, I heard earlier before the show, Nolan was giving a little history on this guy, because I'm not gonna lie to you, this is the first time I've ever heard of this man.
I mean, I don't think he was real well known. It wasn't too much known about him, but after the last guy, El Chapo, got captured, this was the next guy. This was the guy who was controlling the biggest assets.
The CIA.
Michael Davidson in the comments said he saw him at Walmart. Which one, bro?
He trolling. What up, big Mike?
Mexican military forces have killed the country's most wanted man in what's been described as one of the most significant actions undertaken in the history of drug trafficking. This is what we know. On Sunday, Mexico's special forces led a military operation to arrest Nemesio Oseguera Cervantes, or El Mencho, in Tepalpa in central western Jalisco state. El Mencho was a former police officer who ran the Jalisco New Generation Cartel, formed in 2009. Special forces were backed up by the Air Force and National Guard, but El Mencho was seriously wounded in a shootout between his supporters and the army and died as he was being taken to Mexico City. Reuters has revealed that a new US military-led task force fed Mexican authorities intelligence. The Joint Interagency Task Force Counter Cartel was set up last month to map out cartel networks on both sides of the US-Mexico border. Now, the US was already offering a $15 million reward for El Mencho's arrest. He was wanted in the US for conspiracy to traffic narcotics. And although the Jalisco Cartel is one of Mexico's youngest crime organizations, analysts say El Mencho transformed it into the most powerful and violent cartel in the country. Some have likened it to a paramilitary responsible for political assassinations, extortion, kidnapping, illegal mining, oil theft, murder, and trafficking huge quantities of cocaine, methamphetamine, and fentanyl into the US. Now, experts say the cartel has a presence in at least 27 of Mexico's 32 states. The influence was evident after his death. The Mexican government reported that drug cartels set up 252 roadblocks on highways in 20 states across the country, as well as setting fire to vehicles and attacking businesses. It sent people into a panic, and military reinforcements have been sent into areas around Jalisco to maintain national security. Some analysts have pointed out that as Mexico is under real US pressure to act on the cartels, this could be the beginning of a new crackdown.
So, all right, so my thing is, what is the point of them burning down all this shit? So he's out the way, and I'm pretty sure somebody else is already ready to step into that spot. But 35 million on your head, shit. Look, I went in that bunker with you. You been gone. But no, no bullshit. So who, since the military did it, who gets the money now?
Nobody.
Cause I be claiming that trigger pull. I want that. That's me. Shit, that was me. That's my bullet. $35 million. Shit, boy, you have been out of here. I'd find a way to get you.
Yeah, and I think there has been somebody out of that group has claimed leadership, but who knows? That mean he just go back on the top of the list, whoever he is.
Just like El Chapo and all the rest of them, he stopped doing what the CIA wanted him to do, so they got rid of him. Next man up.
Yeah.
Let's not pretend like this is just some shit that just happened. This was in the making. Yeah. They needed him to do something. He refused to do it. He wanted to do shit his way, and they felt like he was getting too much power and control. Now we gotta ring him in.
But like they said, he was bringing that fent in. You can't bring that fent in.
¿Cómo andas, Gabriel? Aquí andamos ir en Europa, ¿no? Oiga, ya aquí andamos encargados. Nomás para ver si va a estar con nosotros o no, porque está ayudando a los carteles unidos y pues le mandamos el mensaje que se acomode con nosotros o se acomode bien con ellos, porque los vergas van bien. Aquí estamos en los bancos, para que sepa nomás. Y no me escondo, para que vea.
No, that is the guy who's taking control of this CNG empire, presumably.
But my thing is this, bro. How could you trust anybody with that type of cash on your head? Like, I know he had to be paranoid as shit every fucking day. Him catching up to him and that shootout. Man, that man probably stood out there begging one of them to hit him. Shit, he was tired. He was ready to get out that shit just as well as they wanted him out.
But that brings me to the point. Trump said what he was gonna do. Trump called it. Trump said he was gonna do something about the cartel, and he got Chapo and Minto. So, can we say that this is a win for Mr. Donnie T?
Man, this is just Donnie T with some more fucking distractions and shit to trying to get us off the motherfucking Epstein file. Nigga, we ain't forgot.
For real. So there, ain't no winning. I mean, the war. We've already proven that the war on drugs was whatever. It wasn't a real thing in the sense of it actually working. It was just the African American population and vulnerable communities basically getting in prison and getting locked up through the war on drugs.
That's all it was.
So
take the black man out the home.
Yeah. So with these newer cartel raids and people trying to put the cartel in front of us and they're doing all this damage and doing all this to people or whatever, we're getting them off the street, we're getting the leaders. Just like Mayor Socrates said earlier, they already have people lined up to take the spot. When you don't listen to what they say, they get you out the way. And it's easy to make it seem like, oh, we took this guy out, we're stopping it. But now their gang is causing havoc. They already knew they were going to do that. Once you take the leader out,
shit.
Yeah, whatever. People who are in the know that this is what they're going to do when you take a leader out. They're going to cause havoc in the street. They're going to try to terrorize and do all these things. But then again, they're not going to go nowhere. It's not like all these people are in prison or they took everybody out that was in these groups. They're still out there. They're still going to regroup. They're going to get all their dope routes and all their scamming and everything they've been doing. They're going to get it all back in order. And they're going to proceed like nothing happened. Yep. Because, like business as usual. You know what I mean?
Just like a sports team, shit. One player get hurt, next man up.
Yeah.
It's just as simple as that. But see, now here's the thing: is the new leader gonna be worse than the old? Somebody got to step up, and he has to be more ruthless now because I'm pretty sure. I ain't gonna say I'm pretty sure. My bad. But I can almost guarantee that whoever took that spot, somebody in there don't like him in that position.
Oh yeah.
So he has to be a whole lot more ruthless, and he's gonna have to do a whole lot more damage starting out to prove himself, to show the crew and the world that he ain't backing down, and he's not afraid.
Yeah.
So imagine the stuff that's about to start going on now inside the cartel.
Because I've seen it. I've seen it not even with the cartel, but just within Mexican gangs, within America, within the prison system. You know, that's what goes on. You know, you look for they look to take each other out to run the set.
Mm-hmm.
That's how they move. Like, it's a known thing within their sets. Like, they take each other out to move up to be a new leader, to be on top. So they don't even have
somebody else can take you out.
Yeah, they don't even have loyalty within the actual sets, let alone the, you know, now I know the cartel, it might be a little different because they're running real businesses. Not saying that those Mexican gangs, you know, the Mexican gangs aren't running real businesses, but the cartel a little different. The cartel supply all the gangs. You know what I'm saying? So they a little bit more, you know, organized when it comes to business. And when we're talking about, you know, these guys specifically, the CJNG, this is basically a military operation that is from street guys that are militarized, like for real militarized, not just running around with switches and running around with certain guns.
I think they went and got the army guys. They went and got the special forces army guys. They went and got the police guys. They went and got
they're supplied and trained by CIA.
Exactly. Thank you. That's what needs to be said. That's what's not being said here. All of these people are trained by us, man.
So do we feel like Trump is trying to have a headline, or is he trying to get rid of the dope?
It's a headline. Man. You can't get rid of it.
The dope, they made how much dope just crossed in that same area. They just did routes tonight. They just went across the border, probably.
Yeah, you can't get rid of it, because in order to get rid of it, you have to tear the government down.
Shit, in order for you to get rid of it, you'd have to. In order for you to get rid of it, you have to get rid of all the plants on the ground. Now, I know we're talking about fent, and fent is man-made chemicals and all this. But them chemicals ain't going nowhere. You think them chemicals is just gone somewhere? They just got rid of all the chemicals that make up the create fent. No, like those chemicals.
Once you close one route, they open up a new one.
Exactly. And all these different places where they're cooking up at and making the dope at, that shit ain't stopping. That shit is not stopping. Just because the leader, think about it. It's just like if Trump were to get his head knocked off tonight. Is this shit stopping tonight?
Hell no. America's gonna have a 5 minutes moment of silence, and Vance gonna step right on in.
Like if this.
And we all know what this is. This is just a tactic to distract us from what's really going on. To distract us from
the man on the right.
The man on the right, whose name is heavy on America's shoulder.
And as you see, Trump just recently, called for the release of all the UFO files, and it was instantly called out by the internet as a distraction.
Because Trump, let's be serious, bro. We don't care about E.T. We don't care about Alf. We don't care about the Jetsons and any and all that. We don't care about all that. If they were to come down here tonight, most motherfuckers would probably be trying to kick it with them. Ain't nobody worried, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all the real monsters. It ain't somebody in the sky twirling around with a unidentified object and gonna come down and do some weird. No, y'all the real monsters. We looking at them. The monster.
A lot of fucking aliens.
Exactly. Y'all the ones doing the weird stuff like the aliens. Y'all are the real monsters like the aliens. Y'all are deflecting though. This is the biggest deflection in the world history right now that's going on. You know what I'm saying? It's like, we know that you guys are predators. We know that you guys are messing with underage girls and boys.
All running packs.
You all run in packs. You guys are hundreds of millions, if not billions upon billions, with connections. Different corporations and people are connected to you guys. Everything we're being told is a lie. We cannot trust the people that are in power, because the people that are in power are in the freaky weird shit that has nothing to do with everyday people that are getting up every day trying to take care of their families. You guys are on something completely else, and you sitting in front of the cameras lying to us on a daily basis, and people are tired of it.
Bunch of fucking devils.
Yeah, and a lot of people want to go out here and do something about it, I believe, but they don't really know how to go about doing it. So what do? They just get up and keep doing what they got to do for their people and for their family on a day-to-day basis. They could go to the voting pools. They could, the polls when it's time to vote. They could try to make a difference within their communities to try to make sure that we got the right people that are there, oversight committees that are looking over, people locally and do stuff within the community to make sure that the kids have safe places and safe spaces to go and to talk to people. But that's really as far as we can go, because if we're not going to get together and try to overthrow what we got, we can only do little things on a daily basis to help our communities.
And the overthrowing ain't going to happen because they protect each other.
Exactly.
These are the people that are running our country, the ones that likes to hang out on islands where they can do all this weird satanic shit and get away with it. And then when it comes to the light, America is doing nothing about it. And the reason why they're not doing
These other countries are doing something.
So South Korea
it.
just put their former president in jail for life.
South Korean leader Yoon Suk-yeol has been sentenced to life imprisonment over his martial law declaration.
He went on television, declared martial law, tried to turn the military against their own people, but the people of the country fought back. He was then quickly removed from office, tried, and then convicted, and that's how you got the sentence of today. It's pretty interesting to watch all these other countries live in our alternate reality. The same thing happened in Brazil, where their president tried to overthrow the government. He's in prison. It's funny how these folks seem to get it right, except for us.
Speak.
Sad, man. It's sad, We need to have a complete overhaul, because what's so wild about this? Everybody knows it too. If America actually overthrows its government and puts the right people in there, we gonna be the flyest, realest.
We'll fix the world.
Everybody will love America again. Will want to be here every day, because everybody takes from American culture, especially American Black culture. But everybody loves America, really what we do. But our leadership is what's killing our power and our energy to the rest of the world. Because if we really get the right people to run our country, really have everything running like a fine-tuned machine, boy.
But what does that look like? Like
to me, it looks like people being able to pay for the goods and services that they go and work a 9-to-5 for every day, and they actually have something left over in their pockets. That's number one. Once we are able to actually feel like when we get up in the morning and we go to work and we come home, that's really the most we really need to do. Once we feel like we can actually
retirement.
There's a path to retirement. There's a path that I can go take care of my 2 to 3 kids. I can get a home. I can have a savings. I can be able to take them and do what I need to do without having to work 1,000 hours a week, without having to break my back, without having to make it feel like I'm not being respected. We need a complete overhaul of the actual financial and capitalistic society to make it seem that it actually works for the common person. When it doesn't feel like it works for the common person, it only works for people who got millions upon millions, if not billions upon billions of dollars. You got to have billions and billions of dollars to make it work. We got a problem. When I can't afford, when I can go put in 60, 70 hours a week for a job, but I can't pay all my bills because for one healthcare plan, $1,000 for a family of 3 or 4 a month, that's crazy. How come we don't have affordable healthcare? You know what I mean? Affordable healthcare should definitely be on that list. Right behind, after I go and make my wage, I should be able to pay for things. Healthcare should be right there. Our healthcare should not be where it's at right now in America.
But in order to get healthcare where we need it to be, like you said, we will have to do a whole overhaul of the government.
Yeah.
But my thing is, who does we put in that place? Because if you clean it out, somebody has to take charge, and nobody that has any type of connection with the government now should be in power at all, because
Yeah.
honestly, these people are not working. So
yeah, we need grassroots.
clean it
We need
all out.
grassroots people from all 50 states. People who not connected to don't have political backgrounds really connected to the actual background of of what we have today. Because they'll sneak back in if we have people that are connected to people that have been in government for 50 years, 40 years. Like, oh yeah, my dad was in. We don't need you, man. We need new blood. We need people who. We need, 30-year-old people that don't got no history of their family being in politics. But they understand politics. They get politics. They can tell you what is wrong, what is right. But they don't have any connection. Because if they don't have a connection in the past, guess what? They don't have no reason to put their old ideologies back into the system. That's what we don't need. We need to get these old ideologies from the boomers and all of them out of here. All these old dust buckets that's been sitting in office for 50 years and sitting in the Senate and sitting in Congress forever. Get them the fuck up out of here. We don't need them. We need young blood people, you know what I mean? New, fresh minds that ain't all cluttered and fucked up, man. But that's why Trump is doing what he's doing, because he wants
We
to keep
can't
that
get those, because shit, in the 30 and up here, they mind just as fucked and cluttered too.
But I mean, that's how it works. I mean, we want younger people, but we'd have to change the rules, because right now you can't be. Well, you got to be 37 to be president. I think that's the youngest you can be to be president. You know what I'm saying?
35.
35.
Yeah, 35.
Okay.
They all need to go. Starting with y'all president. He needs to be the first to be arrested, because I don't understand how immediately the rest of these countries took action, but we pussyfoot around and pretend like nothing has happened when we're watching everything happen in front of us.
I saw a video of this dude in the mall. Excuse me. I saw a video of this guy in the mall, and he was walking around. He was like, "Y'all acting normal. Y'all acting normal. We got pedophiles in our government. Y'all, why you acting normal?"
But he's right. But see, and it's crazy that you have to do shit like that to try to get somebody's attention, but you still not getting the attention of the right people, because they'll get your ass missing.
Yep.
You fuck up and you say the wrong thing, or you got some type of pull with the internet and the people of your community and stuff, and you start to get some shit moving in the right direction, then all of a sudden you come up missing, or they arrest you for some shit that they done made up and throw your ass away.
Yep.
So there's no winning, and that's how they're keeping them power, because they're keeping the people scared. Motherfuckers can act like they want to do something. Motherfuckers can talk about doing something all day, but nobody's making any type of moves to do anything, because nobody wants to be the one to fall on that sword.
Yeah, there's gonna be people that have to take a hit, and when I mean hit, they might not be here no more. And most people don't want to do that. No people ain't trying to die for their country for real. You know what I'm saying? Like,
they holler about how fucking patriotic they is until it's time to be a true patriot.
Well, let's be honest. The people who talking about they being a patriot, what kind of patriotism are they talking about?
Yeah, what does that mean? That's a different conversation.
Because they're not talking about the country per se. They're talking about the look of a person. Most of them is talking about a true patriot.
But now we got 75% of Americans support the releasing of the rest of the Epstein files, even if it implicates their own party. So we had 75%. So that means, you know how little percentage of people who are controlling shit? If 75% of people are on the right side of it, and 15% don't give a fuck, that means 10% of the people are controlling everybody else. Might be even lower than that.
Yep. I mean, it makes sense though. I mean, look at the billionaires, bro. The billionaires is making all the decisions. They're the ones making the decisions. It's not the people, they're the ones that are making the moving and shaking. So it makes sense why there's only a small percentage of people that are really,
What
really, really moving the needle.
what do they say? More money, more power.
Because the money is what's moving the needle. It's not the only way us as a people are going to move the needle if we all move in unison. In America, we don't move as unison because we have a black cloud in our country that got a big elephant in the room that doesn't want to move with the collective of the other people in America. And when I mean by the other people in the room, it's the minorities.
But it's hard when you got a president that doesn't listen to or abide by any of the fucking rules of the U.S. This man literally does what the fuck he want to do when he want to do it.
And he got another 2.5 years, 3 years.
Right.
And that's sad though, because his name comes up in those Epstein files more than anybody. And damn near everybody that he's appointed into some type of position or has some type of tie or connection to him are in those files. And these are the people that are running the country. These are the people that are making the medical decisions. These are the people that are making the decisions on how your taxes are gonna be split or whatever they want to call it. These are the people that are making the decision on how your kids are gonna learn in school or what your kids are gonna learn in school.
And then not just in America though. These are the people who are running the world at this point. Because you gotta believe the whole thing with El Mencho, that was Trump putting pressure on the Mexican president. Is a lady, I don't know her name, but yeah, he been putting pressure on her to, address the problem of the cartels for a while now. So this is her kind of being in between the rock and the hard place, because that's kind of like the biggest industry, and these are billionaires too.
Listen,
El Mencho was definitely a billionaire.
I don't blame that woman. You don't have to live here. That's just like a motherfucker coming to your hometown, your cousin or somebody starting some shit, and then they taking their ass back to Chicago or wherever they live. Bitch, you don't have to live here. I do.
Yeah.
Shit, these people, do you think that it's hard for the fucking cartel to find out where you live?
Well, like I said, you heard El Mencho on that phone call talking to that police officer, like, hey, I know where you're at right now, dumbass. I'll come and get you right now. You know I will.
Exactly.
So,
He put some pressure on your motherfucking ass to do something about yourself and everybody else that's in these motherfucking Epstein files that fondling little kids.
Yeah.
Let's start there. Pam Bundy.
But we know that these people are all, implicated. They all implicated.
A brilliant black woman philosopher once said,
You do the math. You do the math.
so let's do the math, shall we? In the United Kingdom, Prince Andrew had all his royal titles stripped by King Charles, got evicted from the royal estate, and was arrested on his birthday today, making it the first time in modern British history that a senior royal had been detained in a criminal investigation, and all of that was because of his ties to Epstein. Also, Peter Mendelsohn, the UK ambassador to the US, was fired from his ambassadorship and resigned from the Labour Party entirely for sending Epstein supportive messages after his criminal conviction in 2008. And Morgan McSweeney, the UK Prime Minister's chief of staff, resigned because he approved Mendelssohn's appointment, knowing about the Epstein ties. In Norway, former Prime Minister Jagland stayed at Epstein's homes, visited the private island, and is now charged with gross corruption, facing up to 10 years in prison. Also, Norway's ambassador to the UN, Mona Jewel, who Epstein left $10 million to her children in his will, resigned her post and is now facing aggravated corruption charges. Also, the crown princess and wife of the heir to the Norwegian throne, who vacationed at Epstein's Palm Beach property and kept emailing him years after his 2008 conviction, had to publicly apologize to the entire country. In Slovakia, the national security advisor was caught in emails with Epstein discussing, quote, gorgeous girls and resigned immediately. In Sweden, Joanna Rubinstein, chair of Sweden in the UN, was caught visiting Epstein's private island with her family in 2012, knowing about his conviction in 2008, and was made to resign. In France, former Culture Minister Jack Lang, who had years of correspondence with Epstein, detailed in the files, just resigned and is now under criminal investigation for tax fraud and money laundering. And in Dubai, Sultan bin Sulayem, chairman and CEO of DP World, one of the largest shipping companies on the fucking planet, resigned immediately after 2015 emails surfaced about him loving the torture video. But in the US, I'm supposed to believe that Trump escalating military and war tensions with Iran and posting this shit on Truth Social today about declassifying UFO and alien files is not a distraction from the fact that Donald Trump's name appears in those files more than anybody else, including 7 other members in his cabinet like Howard Lutnick, the Secretary of Commerce, Stephen Feinberg, the Deputy Secretary of Defense, John Phelan, Secretary of the Navy, Pam Bondi, of course, the Attorney General of the United States, Steve Bannon, a senior Trump advisor, RFK Jr., who's the Secretary of Health and Human Services, and motherfucking Dr. Oz. Making 1 out of every 3 members in Trump's ear and cabinet people with credibly documented ties to a convicted child sex trafficker. You do the motherfucking math.
Damn.
Man.
And look at how crazy it is. Look at all those people that he has ties with. And he appointed these people to these positions, and they're all in the Epstein file. So you telling me all y'all just was out there just partying together, doing God knows what type of drugs, and touching little kids?
Robert Kennedy Jr. is who he put as front of the food and
Food and Drug Administration.
Yeah, Food and Drug Administration. That's what I thought. Okay, I know y'all saw the video floating around of him and Kid Rock.
Yes. Fucking goofy old ass. Just, oh my gosh, I don't know. These are people who run the fucking world.
So Robert Kennedy Jr. that whole time on had jeans, bruh. And
in the
it's
pool.
Not, it's not like he was just working out like on the weight machines or doing regular weights. This man was getting into the swimming pool, hot tub, cold bath with jeans.
With jeans. It's like, wait a minute, are those the same jeans? What the hell? You know you going cowboy.
Awkward...
You know you gotta be going cowboy. You ain't got no drawers on, dude.
He ain't got, and he was in a sauna as well. Like
Shit,
it was a super weird video of him and Kid Rock, man. It was, first of all, it was hella fruity just for one, but just for two, the clothes he had on, man, I was just like, bro, you working out. Like, I mean, if you gonna push for people to be healthy and all that, you ain't even telling them how to properly work out comfortably. Like, you got Wranglers on, my guy. Like, very
fucking
weird
weirdo.
video, man. Yeah, just to tie in that these people are weird, man. They're weird for real. Like, these people being implicated are weirdos, man. And I feel like that.
Tell me. My bad. Go ahead. Finish
No. I'm good. Go ahead, man. I just have to throw that in there.
But yeah, I was just wanted to say about, did y'all hear about Ghislaine being spotted somewhere in Canada this weekend? And the internet is buzzing saying that ain't even her in the fucking jail.
Bro, that is not her. Look at this lady, though. Look at the weight on this lady. Like, they tried to go in and put this little fluffy bang or whatever the fuck they want to call this piece of shit that's in the front of her head, and that lady look like she's about 15 years older, and then picked up some weight, a lot of weight. Like, get the fuck out of here. Who do y'all think y'all fooling?
You don't think she changed like that over time? But I'm looking at her nose. The nose, that's a different woman. Unless she had a nose job.
A whole different woman. So she aged that horrible, that fast? Like, Jesus Christ, man. She look like she damn near on her deathbed in that picture.
She been in jail since when? 2019?
He's somewhere around there. So you mean to tell me in 4 years she's shrunk, picked up some fucking weight?
6 years. 6 years.
6 years. I remember at 6 years she done shrunk, picked up all this got doggone weight, and then got a nose job
In jail. But her nose was long like that in the beginning. So I don't. This nose that this woman got, this triangle nose this woman got, it don't look the same as the nose that we know of the lady. And like I said, the internet kind of alerted that had a sighting of her in Canada over the weekend. So that was one thing. But yeah, these people, it's a lot going on with it. Stevie Wonder is featured in the Epstein files for being anti-Israel and refusing to perform for the Israeli army. Shout out Stevie Wonder, man.
Yeah.
Shout out Stevie, man. They trying to put dirt on Stevie's name, man. Fuck that.
But this is
Stevie, just tell him you don't see them niggas, man.
He really don't. But this just a distraction, bro. Like, so why even mention him?
Man, they trying to put somebody black in there, man. It was nobody black in there. Obama ain't in there. Goddamn. Jesse Jackson wasn't in there. Who else we got? Obama wasn't in there. As long as Obama wasn't in there, we good. But they trying to put somebody black in there, man. That shit fucked up.
Good old Stevie.
But we did see the prince get arrested. That was kind of crazy. He did get arrested on his birthday.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, everybody else is doing something.
But he has a legendary picture when it comes
right there. You see it right there.
And I don't mean legendary in a good way. I mean in a terrible way.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They locking his ass up.
I mean, it's right all this stuff is right in our face, man. I mean, if we're not waking up to this stuff in 2026, you're ignoring it because you don't want to see the reality of the world. The reality of the world is poking his evil head right at all of us right now, man. And it's literally like right in front of us that all this stuff is all the things that we get up on a daily basis to try to act like isn't going on is going on. And we're the ones that got to speak up and say something because we're the ones that we're the reason why society is running. The people that get up every day and do what they got to do for actual society to run. Not these guys that put on these suits and act like they're this royalty or they're this great politician, but really they're just out here doing what they got to do evil. They're not doing anything to make society move forward. They're only either doing stuff to put money in their own pockets to enrich their own families, or they're destroying other people's families' lives by getting with these minors and these children and grooming them to do what they want with them. They're not getting up educating the kids like these great teachers. They're not out here on these highways and byways delivering our food and our equipment that we need so we can live our life. They're not out here working within the communities of people that need our help, from special needs kids, from children, people who really get up on a daily basis, look at your community, make sure that the right things are built, buildings are built, subways are working. These people aren't doing that. They are using their celebrity and their money to do evil. That's it. Nothing else. They're not doing nothing productive. See, we always like to get on the common criminal. Not saying that they should be saluted or they should have a punishment, but we always want to get on the common criminal for destroying our neighborhood or destroying your city or your area and bringing it down and making it worse. But guess what? Those people, for the most part, wouldn't even be doing the things they were doing if where they were living or the places they were at were actually places that were giving everybody the fair shake and a fair opportunity. And these are the people that destroy the fair shake and a fair opportunity for so many people. It's these people right here. The laws they make, the things they put in place. So they can only be the ones that benefit.
And man, it's so many people though, bro. It's so many people is linked with this stuff that if you want to say, you want to put a number to it, let's say 500 people. That would be crazy, right? 500 people that knew about this shit. But it might even be more than that. It might.
Or involved in some type of way.
Or involved.
And that's the whole thing. Who do you trust? Because at some point, they all have some ties to each other.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like, who can you trust?
They don't trust themselves because they too evil. No honor.
Then they got a shadow government. That would insinuate that we got a shadow government because you know, certain things might be known and might not be known to certain people.
Yeah.
This shit is just crazy. It's out of hand, and I feel like I think the world is gonna be off balance until something is done about all these sick ass people that is running this country. Nothing is never gonna be right. You really don't know who to trust anymore.
Man, they gonna cling to power. I just see Trump trying to cling to power. If I don't see him leaving office willingly, knowing that they're gonna prosecute him as soon as he leaves. So
I don't know, 'cause he's gonna make it a way to where he can change the law to where it benefits him. So if he does get impeached, he can't do any prison time behind any of the things that he's done. Like, how is he not arrested? Like,
I mean, Richard Nixon went through the same kind of scandal and was clearly guilty. But kind of got a slap on the wrist and let him to go on by his devices.
That's exactly what's gonna happen now. Well, they ain't even gonna get a fucking slap on the wrist because what, they came out and said that there was no evidence found. It's like, so what the fuck are these other countries doing? Why, if there's nothing to be seen or nothing to be found, why are these other countries stripping these kings of their titles and making people apologize in public and people going to jail? So just that side of the Epstein file was true?
Who the fuck was Epstein? Like,
a fucking spy? A double agent, triple agent, whatever you want to call them, that had all these motherfuckers wrapped around his finger. One man. Think about this now. One fucking man brings down a nation. Well, could have brought down a nation if something was being done. This is just one man that everybody just had to be around. This is one man that everybody just had to have their name spoken with his to say that they was there, or they met him, or they partied with him, or they were friends with him. One fucking man.
They were sending them emails. They were sending them emails.
And again, how the fuck in this day and age are y'all still getting caught through email? And who the fuck does that? What happened to text messages? He's out here using the email. Like, but and that what makes some shit so unbelievable, bro. Because every time somebody get caught doing anything, it was from their fucking email. Like, at this point, shit, I'm scared to use goddamn email.
For real. I'm gonna bring this shit back up on me.
God damn, that seems like that's how they taking everybody down through email.
Bro, it's crazy too, cause I ain't bullshitting. I just went through my email from like 10, 12, 15 years ago, man. I said, what the fuck? I need to erase all this shit. This shit gotta go.
And that was, man, they got a record. The email was like encrypted.
Bro, they still got a record of my email from 2013, 2010. Like, bro, that's dangerous.
Crazy.
Hey, but this is America. This is the country that we live in. Where,
hey, but can we give Trump props for getting El Mencho?
Man, fuck no. He didn't do shit. What the fuck did he do?
Trump don't get no props for getting the most.
Hell no.
100 man.
Give me my motherfucking 35 million because that was mine. That was my bullet that put that motherfucker down. That's what they need to be asking for. So y'all had this type of money on this man's head. Y'all got him out the way. So where does that money go? Will it go back to the people?
Yeah.
Because in order to put 15 million on somebody's head, you would have to have that, right?
I think they can print it. They can print it at any second.
Because I don't want to wait no 2 or 3 days for my motherfucking money. I want it when the job is done. Let me get me.
We can leave it there, though.
Hey, man, appreciate y'all for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, share, tell a friend to tell a friend. Choose life.